Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. We have already started the fur party over here. I am already covered. I hope that your fur children or real children or plant children have joined you tonight on the mat. And I'm so glad that you have joined us here this evening. I'm Mikki. If you've not practiced with me before, the white fluff ball is Shanti, the gray fluff ball is Musketeer, and they will be varying degrees helpful tonight. Hi, Debbie. So glad you're here with us. Happy Monday. And Cheryl and Jerry, glad that you are here with your flamingo selves. So we are going to move tonight in a way that feels good to you. And I think it's really important. This is a time of year, I think we're so often, right? There's a lot of pressure to feel a certain way. It's the most wonderful time of the year. And um, we're all supposed to be so festive and cheerful and happy. And I think we can all, hi, Amy, yay. I think that there's elements of the season that we can find all of those feelings. And I think that it's really important that we not pressure ourselves or anyone else to have specific feelings or emotions about this season. And in the same way, these poses that we do on our mat, there's certain poses that tend to feel good for most people, but don't always feel good for you. Or there's just days where things don't feel pretty good. So the poses that I've put together tonight are poses that tend to feel really nice in the body, but that doesn't mean that they have to feel nice for you. So I just want you to take that pressure off of like, oh, I have to like this practice has to be a certain thing. It has to evoke certain feelings, or I have to show up in a certain way. And I want you to just invite yourself to give yourself a lot of space and forgiveness. And patience to just show up in the way that you need to show up tonight, to skip things when you need to change it when you need to be still when we're moving. And hopefully, if you can do that for yourself here on your mat, you'll be able to do that for yourself throughout this holiday season, this weird, weird holiday season. Amy, full disclosure, I've also been wearing these yoga pants all day. All right, everyone, are we ready for class? What do you think? All right, we are getting started in child's pose this evening. I'm really glad that you're all here with us. If you have any issues with technology along the way, just drop it in the chat. Let me know. I've got my eyes on that. And if you are using the playlist, back it up, girl. If you're using the playlist, you can push play on that. All right, so as you find your child's pose, let's invite the forehead to come down onto the floor. If it doesn't find the ground, maybe you slide a block underneath the forehead. And invite yourself to take those knees as wide as you need to really give the low back some space to drop in. And let's breathe in fully here to the spaces that need a little breath this evening. And breathe out completely, creating space where you need it. And however you are showing up to your mat tonight, however you feel in this moment, whatever is going through your mind is perfect just as it is. Kind of turn down and turn off any judgment or expectation for yourself today, this evening, in this practice. And just be with yourself. In this inhale here, and this exhale. Being with yourself and whatever comes up in this moment. And we're going to lift up just a tad here. We're going to take your right arm, crawl it underneath. Cheryl and Jerry, you're welcome for child's pose. We're going to take your right arm, crawl it underneath your left so you can pet your cat. And let's go back of the hand on the floor. Get onto the back of that right shoulder and let your right cheek come on down to the ground. So we do this sometimes in more of a table shape. If it's feeling a little bit claustrophobic for you to do this in child's pose, you could lift your hips over your knees instead. or hips heading back toward those heels. And we're really just trying to get into the back of that right shoulder here. Let's take some really full breaths into the back of your heart. Whatever you find around that right shoulder, it's just how your body is showing up this evening. Doesn't have to be good or bad, right or wrong. And if you're feeling something that doesn't feel good, if you're feeling discomfort, then you have full permission here, full control to shift, to modify, to adjust until this moment, the shape feels right within yourself. Let's take one more really full breath here. And then rise up just enough that you can sneak that right arm back forward. And let's do that same thing on the second side. So left arm crawls under the right. Sorry, musketeer, no more pets. Left cheek to the ground. Again, you have permission, an invitation to stay back in that child's pose shape or to shift up more toward a table with the hips over the knees if that feels a little less claustrophobic. Deep, steady breaths all around that left shoulder, the back of the heart, the left side of the neck. You've got 2 more breaths here. And then let's sneak that left arm forward and come on up into your table. As you find your table, let's start to connect with the pace and the rhythm of the breath tonight. Inhale, belly down, head and heart up, cow pose. Exhale, round your spine. Let the head fall forward for cat. Settling in just like a metronome here to the predictability, the steadiness of your breath. Inhaling, let that belly fill, the spine caves toward the ground, and then exhale, belly empties, spine rounds toward the ceiling. Oh, I am so covered in fur. Please don't judge me if you can see that on camera. Let's take 2 more rounds here. And then we're going to modify just a bit. This is slightly inspired. It's a little different, but inspired by Jamie's class on Saturday morning. So let's find your cow shape. From your cow shape, we're going to tuck your toes under, take your hips up and back, downward facing dog. And then as you inhale, we're going to slowly come right back into that table and into your cow shape. Exhale is down dog. We're going to go back and forth between those two a couple times at whatever rhythm feels really authentic and good in your body tonight. And if you somewhere along the way want to add in a little detour, a little extra flair, feel free. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now, as you find this down dog, let's walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Just let the spine and the pelvis and the arms and the head drape over your legs. And let's take a little shift of weight into that right foot, a little shift of weight then into the left foot, and let yourself sway a little bit side to side. So for this first part of practice tonight, I want you just to start to create rhythm and movement in your body again. If your day was like mine, there was a lot of stagnant sitting. Just invite yourself to feel awake and alive again. Let's bring yourself back to center. Inhale, fingers slide up the shins, halfway lift. And then exhale, slide back into your fold. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. And then exhale, fold Uttanasana. One more time. Let's fold with your exhale. Keep those feet nice and rooted, and we're crawling back out into your downward facing dog. Now, as you find this down dog, let's inhale, roll up to the tippy toes, heels come high,
And then exhale, let the heels drop down toward the floor. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, heels drop. 1 more time. And anytime we have these dynamic, repetitive movements tonight, if you'd rather just find stillness, that is a great way to make the practice your own. So, invitation to stay with that simple movement, or inhale, come forward to plank. And exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. You've got 2 more breaths here. So that can be a simple lift and lower of your heels, or you can roll forward to plank and fold back to down dog. How about one more time? Now, as you come forward on your next inhale, let's all come forward to plank. Drop your knees down to the floor and elbows point straight back as you lower, all the way down to the belly. Now go ahead and untuck your toes. Make sure those hands are beside the side ribs. They might scoot back a little bit from where they first landed. And then inhale, let's lift the heart, head, and shoulders with very little weight, if any, in the hands. And then exhale, come back down, forehead to floor. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. And then inhale, let's lift into that baby cobra shape. Really root into the shoelace part of both feet. You might even lift those feet up and reconnect them. Feel the strength, the power of your legs. Option to stay here. Option to reach your hands back. Just the top half of locust. Now, as we sit for most of the day, we're here for a couple breaths. As we sit for most of the day, if you're in that category, the front of your body tends to get shortened, right? The front of the shoulder, the front of the hip, we kind of cave inward. So allow the back of your body here to activate and just feel alive. Last 2 breaths, you might float your feet up off the ground. And then slowly bring the forehead and feet down, hands beside you in that kind of push up ready shape. Hands and knees press into the ground. Let's come up through table and downward facing dog. Now from this down dog, let's stroll your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's bend your knees quite a bit. Let the head and the arms dangle heavily. And let's roll up, inch by inch by inch, all the way to standing, trying to remove fur off the pants as you come. Inhale at the top there, hands to the sky. Let those palms press together overhead, and exhale, hands down into the heart. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach those hands up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hands go upwards. Exhale, knees bend, seat goes down and backwards, aka chair pose. Just feel the heels rooting down into the ground. Heels press down and gently pull back until you feel those hamstrings fire. Again, the back of the body engaging here after potentially a day spent with the back of the body not engaging. Now let's keep your legs in chair. Let's take your torso, lean it forward just a little bit. Hands are going to reach back. Right foot is going to stay where it's at. Let's step your left leg back into your lunge. And then take your shoulders over your hips and your hands to the sky. Pausing here, full breath. Just get down into those feet. And then let's bring your hands to your heart, lean forward. We're going to tap your left elbow to your right thigh. And then inhale, untwist.
and reach up. You might straighten your leg as you reach up. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale, bend, twist, tap. Inhale, come back up, reach up. How about one more time? We'll come back up through your crescent pose, and let's ground your back heel, opening your shoulders toward the long edge of the mat for warrior 2. Now, once you settle here, let's take your left hand down the back leg, reach your right hand up and back. And then as you exhale, let's take right elbow, right thigh. Left arm's going to reach up and forward. Let's go back and forth there 2 more times. So inhale, reverse. And exhale, elbow on thigh, extended side angle. One more time. Reverse. And side angle. And we're going to come into that reverse shape one more time. We're basically going to hit rewind to make our way back to the front of the mat. So from your reverse shape, we're going to come onto the ball of your back foot. We're going to find your twist. Left elbow tapping right thigh, and just let the right hand come to the palm for that prayer shape. Inhale, untwist, hands go up. And then we'll lean forward, hands reach back as you step that left foot forward next to your right into your chair shape. Inhale, sit up into your chair, take your hands to the sky. Exhale, stay. And inhale, rise. Palms joined together overhead. Exhale, hands down into your heart. Inhale, let's reach. And exhale, let's fold. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale, let's fold, plant your hands, step back right, then left into your plank. We're going to flow through a vinyasa here. If you'd rather just head to down dog and meet us, be my guest. Knees up or down, elbows point straight back as you lower. All the way to the belly. On the ground, untuck those toes. Inhale. Let's find that half locust, half cobra. So heart is lifting, hands are down, feet fly. And then exhale, feet down, forehead down. And let's make your way up through table or plank and back into downward facing dog. Now from your downward facing dog, we're going to move back to the front of the mat. So as you inhale, bend your knees, lift your heels, look forward, and exhale, walk, step, or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up, reach up as you inhale. Exhale, sit back into chair. This is not your last chair pose tonight. We'll just say that. There are a few in your future. Nobody says you have to like chair pose. No one says you have to hate chair pose. Just take them one chair pose at a time. See what shows up for you. Let's keep the body in chair, the legs in chair, tip forward as your hands reach back. Shift into that left foot. We're going to take your right leg, step it back. And then inhale, shoulders over hips, hands to the sky. Settle for a full breath. Just get down into your feet. Let the legs support you actively. And then as you exhale, hands to heart, we'll tip, right elbow taps left thigh. And then inhale, untwist, reach up. Maybe that front leg straightens. Let's do that 2 more times. Lean, tap, untwist, and reach. One more time. Untwist, reach up. Let that front knee bend. As you drop your back heel, open up. Shoulders squaring toward the long edge of your mat, warrior 2. We'll reverse with your inhale. Side angle with your exhale. Left elbow, left thigh, right arm reaching up and over. 2 more rounds here. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. And side angle. So we're going to come back into that reverse shape. We're going to hit rewind to get us back to the front of the mat. So you'll roll onto the ball of that back foot, find your twist, right elbow, left thigh, hands can press into prayer. With your next inhale, we'll untwist, hands go upward. Let's tip the torso forward, reach the hands back, step your right foot next to your left. And inhale, sit up into chair. Sit down a little deeper for your exhale. Rise up, reach up as you inhale. And exhale, let's fold as those hands come down through center. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale, we'll fold, plant the hands, step back left, then right into your plank. Skip and head to down dog if you'd prefer, or knees up or down, chaturanga. Let's come all the way to the belly. Take that baby cobra locust hybrid. So hands are down but weightless, heart is high, feet are lifted. Back down, forehead down, feet down. We'll press up through table or plank. And back you go, downward facing dog. Inhale, let's bend your knees, lift your heels, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Come up into chair. And we're going to flow through that with a little less repetition, a little less holding. So as you exhale, we'll tip the torso forward, hands reach back. As you inhale, left leg steps back, hands to the sky. Exhale into your twist. Left elbow, right thigh. It's everything we just did, linked together. Inhale into your reverse. Left heel drops, left hand down the back leg, right hand up and back. And then let's go right back into that twist. Come onto the ball of the back foot. Left elbow, right thigh. So we're going to linger there for 2 more breaths. Coming into that reverse as you inhale. Coming into your twist as you exhale. So the ball of the back foot stays grounded, heel lifts. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reverse. Make it work for you. Right into that twist. This is our last one. When you're ready, we'll inhale, shoulders over hips, hands to the sky. Exhale, lean forward, hands go back, step forward into your chair. Keep the knees bent. Inhale, hands go up. Exhale, stay for your chair. Inhale, straighten your legs, rise up, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart. Full, complete breath in here. Let the eyes find a steady point to gaze at. Full, complete exhale. Feel your heart. Feel the temperature of your skin. Feel whatever you're feeling in this moment without need to judge and make it good, bad, right, or wrong. Inhale, hands go up. Exhale, seat goes back. We'll stay for your inhale and chair pose. And then as you exhale, let's tip, heart forward, hands back. We'll step your right leg back with your inhale. Hands go up to the sky. And then exhale into your twist. Right elbow, left thigh. And we're going to open into that reverse. So come on up, back heel drops, right hand down the back leg, left hand reaches up and back. Back into your twist as you exhale. Take your time, don't rush it. You'll rotate to the ball of the back foot, right elbow to left thigh. Into the reverse as you inhale. Exhale to the twist. One more time into the reverse. And we'll come into that twist final time. When you're ready with your inhale, let your shoulders come over your hips, hands go skyward. Exhale, heart forward, hands back. We'll step that right foot next to the left and inhale up into your chair. Smile on your face as you stay for the exhale, even if you don't feel smiley. And then straighten your legs and settle with your hands at your heart. Let your eyes get steady in front of you. We're going to shift into your right foot. Start to bring the left knee up toward your chest. Left knee out to the side. And let's place that left foot for tree pose, ankle, calf, or thigh, your choice. You can't see it because it's below the frame, but Musketeer is sitting here watching the live stream. Hands can stay at heart, or hands go up to the sky. So we did a lot of movement as we got started there. So just observe yourself settling into a place of stillness and holding. One of the elements of the yoga practice is kind of studying within ourselves our ability to shake the snow globe and then settle pieces of the snow globe as quickly as possible. It takes practice to be able to find that peace in the chaos, that steadiness when everything is being shaken and stirred. Let's turn that left knee forward. Let the foot come on down to the floor. And your hands back to your heart. Feet steady, eyes steady. When you're ready, we'll shift to that left foot. Let that right knee come up. Right knee goes out, and we'll place it for tree. Thigh, calf, kickstand. Whatever makes sense for you tonight, this evening. Finding the steadiness that you're able to find, even in the face of the unsteadiness of standing on one foot. Hands at heart or hands up to the sky. You choose. If you step out, just take a breath, come back in. And then bring that left knee forward. Let the arms lower down by your sides as that left foot comes, or right foot comes to the ground. Musketeer took the front of my mat. And let's just find your Tadasana, your mountain pose, for a few breaths. Feet hip width, you've got solid trunks beneath you. Arms by your side and opening to create space in the front of the chest, front of the heart. And the head just stacked on top of it all, feeling the support from everything beneath. Feel your inhale. Feel your exhale. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, seat back, chair pose. It's my little holiday gift to you all. I also, unlike Jamie and her super festive background, All I've got is a red sequin Christmas bow on my deer. I'll have to step it up before Saturday. All right, let's take the torso forward a little bit. Reach your hands back. Just linger there for a moment. Let those hands pull back behind you like a little bit of a superhero cape. And then let's sneak your weight into your right foot. Keep the knee bent. Take the left leg back. This time we're going to continue to lean here over that front thigh. Let that back leg feel strong. Crown of the head lengthening away from the back heel. Stay here if you'd like, or let's come on up into your warrior 3 with a superhero cape. I'm going to do my best to not step on my cat. All right, from wherever you're at, we're going to come up to stand with that left knee into your chest, hands to the sky. And then we're going to take your right hand over to the left knee, and the left hand is going to reach back behind you. Give this left foot some purpose, like it's got something to step into. Maybe if your balance feels interesting this evening, you might turn to look over that left arm. And then let's untwist. Both hands come back up to the sky. And let's step it all the way back into your lunge. Let's reach up through those fingertips with vigor. Maybe turn your gaze to look upward. Press your palms together. And then exhale, hands down around your front foot. Excuse me, friend. All right, back you go. Vinyasa or downward facing dog. Knees up or down as you lower. Let's stay with that cobra locust option tonight. Back to the belly, feet lower. Press up through table or plank. And back you go, downward facing dog. As you find this down dog, let's take a big full breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. You're welcome for all the mic noises. One more time, inhale, breathe in. Open the mouth, let it go. And then let's bend your knees, lift your heels, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or hop. Top of the mat. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, let your seat search back for a chair that's not there. And come on up into chair. Let the torso lean forward, hands reach back. Just like a superhero cape, feel those arms, those shoulders come onto the back body. Keep that left leg bent. Sneak that right leg back. Feel that length from your back heel through the crown of the head. That left heel driving into the floor to actually help you to support it a little bit. The core engaging by the activity of that left leg. Stay here if you'd prefer to keep 2 feet on the ground for now, or come on up to fly. And then when you're ready, we'll make that transition. Right knee up, standing on that left leg. Take your 2 hands up to the sky. And then left hand will find right knee. Right hand will reach back behind you for your standing balance twist. Maybe you turn your gaze to look over that right arm. When you're ready, we'll untwist. Take your 2 hands up to the sky. Take that right leg all the way back into your lunge. And exhale, hands to the floor. Plank pose with your inhale. You can head to down dog if you'd prefer to skip the vinyasa, or exhale lower. Locust cobra, all the way down onto the belly there. Forehead and feet down. Table or plank to rise. And downward facing dog. From your down dog, let's take your feet as wide as your yoga mat, pinky edges lined up. Walk your hands all the way back to those feet. Grab opposite arms or elbows. Let your head hang, let your arms hang, and find a slow sway side to side. Let those arms and the head be as heavy, heavy, heavy as possible. And then as you come to center this next time, release those hands down. Let's walk it back all the way out into your downward facing dog. As you find that down dog, let those feet come back to hip width. Inhale. Let's bend your knees, lift your heels, look forward. And once again, walk, step, or hop, top of the mat. Almost your final chair pose, but not quite. Sit back and down, hands to the sky. Find the steadiness of eyes, the steadiness of breath. Torso tips forward, hands go back, and left leg steps back. Come up, shoulders over hips, hands to the sky. Let's straighten that front leg as you root into your right big toe. And then we're going to bend the front knee, bend your elbows into a goalpost shape. High fives, friends. Feel broad across the collarbones, out through the elbow tips. And then re-straighten your arms to the sky. And let's open up into warrior two. This time as you find your warrior two, we're going to take that right arm, reach it way forward, and bring your elbow down to your right thigh. Or right hand down to the ground or a block. Your choice for your extended side angle. And that top arm, let's take your shoulder and rotate it so that your palm faces the front of your mat. Reach that left arm alongside the left ear. And then let's turn your palm to the sky. Press that hand up, back, and down towards your back thigh. Let's do that 2 more times. So palm turns up, we'll press it up and forward. Palm turns up, we press it back and down. 1 more time. Palm goes forward. If you have your right hand on the floor, this time as that hand goes up and back, option to straighten your front leg. Let's linger here for 1 more breath. Roll that left shoulder back just a bit. And then let's bend your front knee. If it's straightened, come up into your warrior two. Inhale, reverse. And then exhale, 2 hands down around your front foot, back heel lifts. Let's step that back foot in a tiny bit and let your front leg straighten. If you've got blocks, maybe you add those in underneath your hands. And let's invite ourselves to fold here. Couple arm options. I want you just to kind of tread them on for size and see what feels good. So they could just stay under your shoulders on floor or blocks. You could reach your hands back toward your back foot. The arms will rotate so those fingers point back.
Also an option to take those arms forward, pushing the ground away and into your back foot. None of those are harder or better, more advanced or more challenging than any of the other ones. Just different options for the shape of your shoulders, your upper back, the positioning of your arms, and the essence that the shape creates for you. One more breath here. Let's bring those hands back around your front foot. Bend your front knee, look forward, and step that left foot next to your right. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's even out the weight between the heels and the balls of your feet. Sneak your hands to your hips and slowly, slowly, slowly rise up. When you're ready, hands go skyward. Let's grab your left wrist with your right hand. We'll pull up and over toward the right, standing side bend. Back up to center. Grab the right wrist with the left hand. Pull up and over toward the left. Back up to center. Release both sets of fingertips up toward the sky. This is the last one. Bend your knees and sit back. Find the chair pose that feels good to find when you know that there are no more tonight until your tush finds the couch later. All right, torso tips a little forward, hands go a little bit back. Let's step your right leg back into your lunge. Shoulders over hips, hands go skyward. And then we're going to root into that left big toe, straighten your front leg. Feel both legs get super active and straight. And then we're going to bend your front knee, bend your elbows into that goalpost shape. Maybe high five your neighbor if you didn't already, or if you're practicing by yourself, maybe you high five me. Someone else out there practicing tonight. And then straighten those arms up toward the ceiling. Ground your back heel. Warrior two. Take that left hand, reach it way forward. An elbow on thigh or hand on floor or block. We'll let that right hand come on up toward the ceiling. You can just stay here if this feels nice tonight, or deepen that right shoulder. Turn your palm forward. Take that right arm alongside the ear, reach forward. And then turn that palm toward the ceiling. Press that hand back and down. Inhale, palm turns up. We move that arm forward and up, or up and forward. Palm turns toward the sky. We press that arm back and down. Okay, one more time. Arm goes forward. And then this time as you press that hand back, if you've got the left hand on the ground, maybe you play with straightening that front leg. Keep that right shoulder on the back body. You might even look up toward the ceiling. And then let's bend your front knee. If it's straightened, come up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hands around your front foot. Let that back heel lift. I personally like to step the foot in a tiny bit. Maybe add some blocks in. Then we're going to let that front leg straighten any amount. So if you're using blocks, any height will do underneath the hands so that you don't have to fold in quite so deep. I'm going to show you some other options for those of you that struggle with this one, because I want you to find a place where it feels nice for you. But those of you who took hands forward or hands back, just start to find your options. So those of you practicing that don't have blocks or you just can't get comfortable there, if you have a table or a chair or a couch that you could potentially put your hands on that's a little bit higher, you could get creative there. This is going to be a a tush shot, but you could do the same thing with the wall. Okay. Getting creative with your home props. You've got a couple more breaths here. We're going to bend your front knee, plant those hands flat this time, and let's take it back. Down dog. Now, as you find this down dog, we're going to take your feet even wider. Let's just take them off your yoga mat. Who needs a yoga mat anyway? And let's keep those hands forward. So it's a very wide-legged down dog. Now, if this doesn't feel nice, you could just walk your hands under your shoulders and take more of a wide-legged forward fold. But if this wide-legged down dog feels good, just keep that weight really, really traveling back into those legs. So those arms almost become non-weight bearing. You might even pop up onto your fingertips and keep shifting that weight back. Let the head hang between your arms. Let the hands go flat. Walk your feet back in to normal hip width. Those of you who would like one more vinyasa this evening, this is the moment for you. Those of you that are over the vinyasas, knees to the ground, knees as wide as you need them, all the way back into your child's pose. Forehead on hands, floor, or blocks. I'm going to invite and encourage you here, if the forehead is comfortably on something, to take your two arms and wrap them back around your legs. Some of you might even kind of nuzzle the hands in around your feet. And if you've got that forehead pressing down onto something, let's take just the gentlest little rock across the forehead to the right. Gentle rock over to the left. A couple times back and forth there. Kind of like you're rolling out the forehead. And then let's ease ourselves up, sitting on the heels for just a moment. Let the hands come to the thighs. If this is not comfortable for you, you could just kneel instead for a moment. Maybe let those eyes close. Feel your breath. Feel the pulse. And just sort of feel this pose for me is very grounding because there's this kind of sense of just heavy, heavy trunk, heavy roots here with the legs underneath you. You feel the feet and the shins, the knees, the thighs, the pelvis, just rooting down. It might not be grounding for you. Doesn't make it different or doesn't make it wrong. This pose might just have a different effect for you. Check in. See what comes up. And then we're going to let your hips slide off of your heels. Slide those legs around in front of you. Let those legs come out to straight, toes toward the sky, gently pulling back toward the knees. Make sure it looks like I have a comment I couldn't see. Okay, never mind. And then let's bend your right knee. Let that right foot come inside the thigh or the calf.
Right knee will fall open, left leg is straight. We're gonna take a little rotation of our upper body toward that left foot and just let the hands come out toward the side. So one option here for these forward folds is to stay upright, right? The upright version of these poses has one influence on us. The forward fold options have another influence on us. So this might be where you need to be tonight. You might start walking your hands forward, bowing toward that left leg. And if grabbing the foot is available, there you go. If it's not, there you go. Let your two hips be heavy. Let the waist, the sides of the waist be long. We're going to stay for about 3 more breaths here. And I'm going to invite and encourage in these last 3 or so breaths. It's sort of a rise and fall of a wave. So as you inhale, kind of coming out of the shape, maybe 25%. And then exhale, folding in a little bit more. That might be a really visible change between the inhale and the exhale, or it might be a more subtle interior internal shift, kind of a sense of lifting out and softening in. And then let's come all the way up to seated. Turn that right knee up toward the sky. We're going to take this into the twist. So right foot can stay, or you can cross that leg over. We're going to scoop that left elbow around the right knee and let your right hand fall to the ground behind you. Nice and gently, let's turn your gaze to look over that back shoulder. And then keep the body where it's at, but turn your gaze to look over the front shoulder. Let's turn the gaze back one more time. And as you turn the gaze forward, let's go ahead and release the twist. Take your right leg out to straight. Pop onto your fingertips beside you, sit up tall. Thighs resisting downward. Crown of head resisting lengthening upward. And then let's do the other side. Bend your left knee, foot to thigh, knee falls open. We'll rotate toward your right leg, and you can pop onto fingertips and just stay on hands. Or you can begin to crawl forward. Every time the mind bounces off to something that's not this breath, this shape, the way that you're showing up in this moment, just gently guide it back. We'll take about 3 more breaths here. And in these final breaths, you might come out a little bit as you breathe in, drop in a little bit more as you breathe out. We'll rise up with your next breath in. Help that left knee turn up toward the sky. Place the foot either on that left side or cross it over for your twist. Either way, right elbow around left knee, left hand back behind you. Guiding your gaze over that back shoulder when you feel ready. And then gently guiding it toward the front shoulder. Back to the back shoulder. And then we'll untwist the whole body, uncross the left leg if it's crossed. Let's bring your soles of your feet to the floor, knees bent. Hands on the backs of your thighs. Let's hold on as you round the spine back. Inhale, pull on those thighs, come up, let the heart lift, shoulders back. Let's do that 2 more times. And come on up. 1 more time. This time you're going to come all the way down to your back. And as you get down onto your back there, let's just keep those knees bent, feet on the floor. Let's cross the right ankle over the left thigh and invite your legs to fall toward the left. Now maybe you open your arms into a goalpost or a T. Maybe you place your hands on the belly. Maybe you touch that right ankle with your left hand, knowing that each of these ways that we position the body, each of these ways that we touch ourselves, each of these ways that we set ourselves up physically creates an essence, creates an effect. And the essence that you need tonight might be a little different than the essence I need. Let's ease those legs back to center. Just try to be really gentle and soft about it. Right foot to the floor. Left ankle, right thigh. And let those legs fall to the right. Setting yourself up in terms of where you place the hands, where you position the arms. To create just the essence that you need as you settle tonight. Let's gently ease yourself back to center. Let's bring that left foot to the ground and then pull your 2 knees in. Give yourself a squeeze. You might lift your head up towards your knees. And then gently ease yourself out from here into your Shavasana. Letting those legs elongate. Letting those arms and hands settle just where you need them tonight. This is a time to find release, a time to find presence and focus. It doesn't always mean that this shape is easy and restful.
Whatever you're feeling here and however you experience this place of stillness tonight. Try not to make it good or bad, right or wrong. Just be here with yourself, observing this breath in, observing this breath out, and all that this breath holds in this moment within yourself. Your next breath in, just gently take your two arms up overhead. Feel yourself get long, fingertips to toe tips. If you find yourself needing some more time here tonight, it's a nice part about practicing at home. You can just stay. But when you're ready, let those knees bend, let your feet find the floor, and let's gently ease ourselves over to a side. And slowly and gently up to a comfortable seat. Coming up into your final shape tonight of class. Palms together in front of your heart. Bowing in gratitude to this practice that you gave to yourself, this practice you built for yourself, this time that you set aside for yourself. And carrying this practice with you and all of the gifts that it gives as a blessing to you and everyone you connect with along the way. Thank you, everyone, for being here together tonight. Thank you, Musketeer. Namaste. Thank you all so much. You can't see her, but Shanti's passed out in the corner. She stayed with us too. Appreciate you all being here. Couple quick things before you go off into your evening. We only have two live streams left for 2020. I'll be teaching Saturday morning at 10 a.m. And then Seville is teaching next Monday night at 6 p.m. Those are our final live streams for the year. But don't you worry, we'll be back. First one will be the Saturday, January 2nd. So basically first of the year. And we're adding, it's officially in Mind Body for you to check out, but we are adding a class after the first of the year. We're going to add a 30-minute lunchtime flow on Wednesdays at noon. So just kind of a 30-minute, more condensed practice that you can do between Zoom meetings or distance learning or work, or whatever you've got going on. And it'll be mostly a movement practice just to kind of get in your day, open up the body and feel a little bit better. So look for that coming. If you'd like to support for class tonight and you haven't yet, Venmo is at Thanks for Yoga. PayPal is yogaandbeerthanks@gmail.com. Those details are in the description of class. And Amy missed chair poses. That's okay. Howard, thank you so much for being here. Lori, Karen, thank you, Lisa. It was really lovely to be here with you. Thank you for joining us. I've missed you. And Heidi, thank you. Appreciate you all. I'm going to turn the video off now, but I hope that you have a lovely week in whatever way you need this week to be lovely. And thank you, Jamie. I will see you all Saturday morning at 10 if you're going to be there. And if I don't see you again before the end of the year, happy holidays, happy, in whatever way you define happy this year. I hope that the end of your 2020 is all that you need it to be. Love you all. Have a good night.